Here we go. Strap yourself in because the chaos behind the scenes at Ibrox is heating up. New fullbacks, surprise transfer twists, and a shock managerial name that nobody saw coming. Could a sacked Premier League boss really be about to land in Glasgow? And are Rangers about to make a Wolves veteran their next defensive anchor? You don't want to miss this one? Want to see these and more Rangers news? Stay until the end. We are the people. Right, listen to this. Rangers might just be lining up one of the most intriguing free transfers of the summer, and it's all thanks to a familiar name behind the scenes. With Kevin Thelwell now confirmed as the club's new sporting director and his Wolves connection still warm, talks heating up around a potential move for Spanish fullback Jonny Otto. Now, Otto's no kid, he's 31, but this isn't some washed-up passenger. We're talking about a player who's made over 200 appearances in La Liga and played more than 100 Premier League matches at Wolves. And here's the kicker. He can cover both full-back positions. That kind of versatility, it's pure gold for a side that's had its fair share of injury nightmares at the back. Ridvan Yilmaz has barely strung a run of games together this season, and Jefte's form has been as patchy as a Sunday League pitch. If Rangers are serious about mounting a challenge next season, and let's face it, after the shambles of this campaign, they'd better be, bringing in someone like Otto on a free is the kind of savvy, low-risk move we should be seeing more of. But here's where the debate gets fiery. Otto doesn't bring resale value. He's not one for flipping in 2 years' time for a tidy profit. He's 31, and his best years may already be behind him. So, is that the profile we need as the 49ers era begins? Do you want reliable experience right now? Or should we be gambling on younger talent with a price tag but long-term potential? Jonny Otto could be the stopgap that patches a hole while the rest of the rebuild takes shape. Or he could be another short-term fix that doesn't fix a thing. Should Rangers be signing experienced players like Otto to steady the ship, or is this just another short-sighted move that delays the real rebuild? There is a new name on Rangers' radar, and it is one that could be part of a clever summer rebuild at Ibrox. Dundee's Josh Mulligan, the versatile midfielder who can also slot in at right-back, is reportedly catching serious attention from inside the corridors of power at Rangers. At just 22 years old, Mulligan is out of contract at the end of the season, meaning he is ripe for a move, and crucially, he would arrive on a free transfer, barring some modest compensation due to his age, in a summer where Rangers must be razor-sharp with recruitment and spending. This type of smart acquisition could be absolutely vital. Tony Docherty, the Dundee boss, has all but admitted that Mulligan's performances this season have been turning heads, praising his rise into an influential figure after being handed the number 8 shirt. And with 5 assists in the Scottish Premiership campaign so far, Mulligan's athleticism and adaptability tick plenty of boxes for what Rangers desperately need: physicality, versatility, and a winning mentality. Behind the scenes at Ibrox, there is recognition that this squad needs more power and dynamism, especially if the club are serious about hunting down Celtic next season. Mulligan fits that profile to perfection. He can provide real squad depth, tactical flexibility, and boost the Scottish core of the team, something the fans have been crying out for. Add to that the fact that Lyle Cameron is already signed up from Dundee, and you get the sense that Rangers are building something sharp, something purposeful for the battles ahead. But now, here's the real question you need to think about. Would bringing in players like Josh Mulligan, solid, Scottish, versatile, but not exactly marquee signings, be enough for Rangers to finally dethrone Celtic? Or are we thinking too small yet again? Right, listen to this. If Rangers are serious about getting back to the top, then fixing the fullback disaster has to be priority number 1 this summer. No more patching things up No more hoping James Tavernier magically turns into a world-class defender overnight. It is time for proper action. After another bruising season where Tavernier's defensive weaknesses were brutally exposed and Ridvan Yilmaz's glass ankles kept him off the pitch more often than on it, Rangers are in desperate need of new blood on both flanks. Kevin Thelwell has already landed at Ibrox to oversee recruitment, but the message is crystal clear. 2 new fullbacks are non-negotiable if we are going to build a team capable of stopping Celtic from cruising to yet another title. You have Dujon Sterling out for months, Jefter failing to convince anyone he belongs at this level, and no serious backup plan when injuries inevitably strike. It is no wonder David Edgar is hammering the point home. We cannot afford another season of square pegs in round holes. This is where the takeover by the 49ers has to make its first statement. Forget the flashy striker talk. Forget midfield projects. If we cannot defend, we will never win the league again. Should Rangers completely rip up the fullback positions and replace Tavernier and Yilmaz too? Or is there still life left in the old guard if we sign proper competition? What would you do if you were in charge at Ibrox this summer? Right, let's get stuck right in, because this story could be the start of a massive shakeup at Ibrox, and it's got all the ingredients of a headline grabber, boardroom politics, managerial musical chairs, and a German coach who might just be the surprise name leading Rangers into a new era under the 49ers. Daniel Farke, the man who just guided Leeds United back to the Premier League, is now being seriously linked with a move to Ibrox, but this isn't your usual managerial rumor. No, this has all the markings of a power move straight out of the 49ers playbook. Let's piece this together. Leeds are owned by the 49ers. Rangers are on the brink of being taken over by that very same group, fronted by Parag Marathi and Andrew Kavanagh. And suddenly, just days after clinching promotion, word leaks that Leeds might be looking to move on from Farke. Why? Because they don't think he's quite cut out for the Premier League. But, and here's the twist, they do think he might be the right fit for the Scottish Premiership. Enter Rangers. This is what's got folk talking. The idea that Farke could be shifted within the same ownership group from one historic club to another, almost like a football version of a corporate reshuffle. Bill Leckie, Roger Hanna, and others have been all over this, saying the signs are pointing in that direction. And to be fair, it's not hard to see the logic. Farke's managerial record in the championship is strong. He's a serial promoter. He builds teams with a clear identity, possession-based, aggressive, young, fearless. It's the kind of football Rangers used to play under Steven Gerrard. And with Kevin Thelwell now in as sporting director, also with Premier League experience, there's a chance to build something fresh, something smarter, something that doesn't just compete with Celtic, but overtakes them. Now, there's the obvious question. Would Rangers fans accept a manager who's just been let go by Leeds, even after promotion? Is this a case of settling for second best? Or is it a sign that the new owners are thinking long-term, building a structure across both clubs that allows Rangers to benefit from Premier League level thinking, Premier League level coaching, and eventually Premier League level resources? Because let's not kid ourselves, Rangers are still miles off Celtic domestically. And while Ferguson has steadied the ship, it's clear the club needs a real architect at the helm, someone with vision, method, and a ruthless edge. Farke could be that guy, but here's the kicker. This isn't just about who's in the dugout. It's about what this potential appointment says about the 49ers' overall plan. Are Rangers about to become part of a multi-club model, a feeder system? Or is this about building a twin giant strategy where both Leeds and Rangers become powerhouses in their own right, using shared resources and knowledge? Would bringing in Daniel Farke be a sign of real ambition from the new Rangers board, or just proof that we're about to become the 49ers' second choice project? comment below what you think about the news. Don't forget to leave a like on the video to help me out. I post videos every day talking about our Rangers, so if you're not subscribed, you're missing out on the latest news. See you soon.